We act like this a studio, this really just a trap.
Welcome everyone. This is Marcus Boston,
and I am Cecil W. Adams,
and together we are the Soulardians. Together. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's good. Made me feel warm inside.
So maybe today, guys, we got super special guest to me, friend of mine of years. We did some hooping together in college, and first person I ever met that was from the state of California.
West Side.
Yeah, we have Rhett Fellows the Third.
Yeah.
What up, man?
Hey, it's a privilege to be on here. Thank you guys very much for allowing me to be here, by the way.
Man.
Thanks for coming to the tribe.
Yes, sir. It's always been. So let me frame this for you here real quick. So when I was 18, I just got done with junior college, and I was looking at these different schools to go to, and I was like, man, I'm gonna go to the one furthest away from home. So I picked Aberdeen, South Dakota. Right. And when I was talking to the coach, he was like, oh, I've only got a couple people signed, whatever. Like, we're bringing back a few, you'll have whatever. He just kind of went through the spiel, the coach speak. And I get up there, coming from a town of 550 people. I drive my little fucking S10 all the way out to South Dakota by myself.
Right.
Just driving. I don't even know how to get
the purple one.
Yeah, it was radar blue metallic, motherfucker. So I get up there, and then I walk into the first thing. I don't know anybody, man. I'm just walking in, the motherfucker like I'm the big dick coming from the farm out to the fucking hooping in South Dakota. I'm expecting because where I'm from, I was the only white guy on my basketball team, and then like I was the only there was two of us on the junior college team, and then going to South Dakota, I was like, I'm gonna be playing with a bunch of honkies. I got this. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be great. I walk in, and then all these dudes are there. They're all like, California, Minneapolis. Like, I'm like, what the fuck did I just walk into?
Right. In the middle of nowhere, by the way.
In South Dakota, I met more California people than I've ever met in my life.
That's crazy about Aberdeen. I feel like it's meant to be there for people to get like a second chance on life.
For sure.
And either you can take advantage of it or you can slip into the black hole.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, there's a lot of good about that place. I really feel there's a lot of good, but it's easy and it can happen real quick to go down to bad. What was that? The running back from?
Yeah, Tyrone.
Oh my God, this dude was he was the All-American one.
Yeah, I never seen anything like that in person before.
Yeah, man, I didn't even know. That was the first time I ever went to a football game. I was in Aberdeen, South Dakota.
Oh wow!
I'd never, because my tiny ass school didn't have. We had 2 seasons of baseball and basketball and fucking cross country.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, like to see this. I mean, like the kid was the kickoff returner, the running back. I mean, like they would kick off to him, and he would run it to the 50, and they would tackle him, and then they would come out there and hand it off to him, and he would run the rest of the way for a touchdown, like every time. It's crazy.
Do you think he could have played? I don't think he would have been as big of a star as D1, but that dude was a stud, man.
Yeah. I mean, like he had to have had D1 offers. Maybe he just didn't have the grades. I don't know, but he was nice.
Well, obviously, he had some sort of a little bit of violence in him. I mean, from what happened,
just a little bit.
So there may have been like some mental issues going on.
I mean, kidnapping, like, bro, that's crazy. Like
kidnap, like we talk about all the time. He kidnapped his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, no. Yeah, he drove from Texas to see her and then snatched her up and was like, "Well, we're gonna hit the road."
Misguided love.
Yeah, it was bad.
Wow.
Whatever happened to Ronnie Cruz? I remember he got signed, but
he played. I think he played for the Chiefs or something. He made the league though.
He made the team. Okay.
Yeah, he made a team. I seen him play before.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never thought to Google him. I haven't talked about him. Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool to see somebody, make it.
Yeah, for sure. And he
was uber focused too. He was like, I'm not fucking with none of these motherfuckers. Like, I may come out, I may not. I'm just here for a short time.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was another dude. I'm like, why? I couldn't figure out why he was there. I don't know.
Again, second chance.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that's what that was because, we saw that night he freaked out when he's all drunk, but like,
turn into the Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's a Hispanic cat, man. He was a badass.
He was like, hey, watch this. Now, when I tell you this, you're gonna be like, that's crazy. I just thought of this. What's dude from the Patriots?
Oh, that dude that went to kill himself.
Yeah. What's bro name? He was cold though. Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. Without the tattoos, he was. God.
He was like that, but not that crazy.
Right. Exactly. He was crazy, but he wasn't that crazy. Yeah. Exactly right.
I mean, Deb, did you ever tell him about Brock Lesnar?
Yeah. I told, maybe I have. I don't know.
I don't remember Brock Lesnar.
I've told several people. You were there.
That's crazy.
In the flesh. Like our homie Stretch. We gotta have him on sometime to tell this story. But actually, maybe I don't know. Brock Lesnar,
there's different accounts. There's different accounts how that went down.
Yeah, that shit was insane.
But I will say this, and I will go on the record. That is the largest white man I have ever seen in my life.
He was scary.
That dude was like, when he ripped his shirt off and did the Hulk Hogan, I damn near peed on myself. Like,
but
I was like, I have to hit him with like a brick or something. Like a punch is not gonna work.
It would have been like the Friday.
It would have had to have because he was that big.
He is so like just seeing him in person, like his eyes, just pure. It was so like seeing him. I was like, oh God, it's not. And he liked to fight. That's the thing. He likes to beat.
He likes to fight. I hope he finds inner peace one day, though.
I think. I think that $60 million in his bank account probably gets him a lot of inner peace.
Yeah, he's got a nice wife too. She's kind of bomb.
Yeah, and he lives. So he's living in Minnesota, like rural Minnesota. But then, like, I guess too many people were bothering him, so he bought like a kind of like a small island in Canada or some shit like that. And he lives out there.
Really?
Yeah, he's on record saying he hates people.
I believe it.
It's safe that way. I think it's better for everybody that he feels that way.
Yeah, if he wasn't wrestling, he would. I probably be in prison.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big dude, man. That's all I.
Dude, and what's funny is that his first fight in UFC when he rolled that dude, I texted Stretch. I was like, man, that almost was you.
Yeah, could have easily been you, bro. Like,
hey, Stretch heated up though. He did not back down from that.
And he didn't back down, but I'm just saying, like, the dude walked up on me first, and I didn't understand that. And I'm like, this guy really, Rodney, him? Like, why are you even here? Like, you don't. It was funny because it sounded like he could have had theme music with him. He was that big. That's a big guy.
He was training WWE at the time.
Yeah, it was funny because he was on TV like a month later after that.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
And all I can think of is like if he would have F7 me, I would have been in the wheelchair for the rest of my life, man, because I was all concrete.
And you know what? I honestly think in that instance, I think that he thought if he F7'd you, all that money that he was going to make off WWE
now
would have never been a thing.
I would hope to think he thought of that. Because if you look at him, I don't find him that intelligent.
Oh, wow.
And I don't care if I'm on record saying that because that dude has a lot of evil in him. He's a mean guy. People say, oh, no, he's a nice, he's from Minnesota. I'm like, he's not from Minnesota. That dude is from South Dakota.
Webster,
He
South
don't
Dakota.
like everybody. I don't care what you say about that man. That dude. So I hope he finds inner peace. Brock, if you're out there, Rhett said, I hope you find inner peace, man. I love you, bro.
I think you are an amazing human being, Brock Lesnar, and I'm glad you've made a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
Please.
I need all the positive energy I can get, so I'm not gonna hate on that man for 1 second.
Right, exactly. And you know, WWE does travel to St. Louis occasionally, so I'm not saying anything negative about you either, Brock. So,
so let me ask.
My ass, Brock. How about that? I said that.
Mark is always piping up.
I got something for your ass. Come this way. I ain't no tussling.
Right. Definitely not tussling.
I'm a fool, but I ain't a damn fool.
Dub, are you rooting for the Rams?
Nah, man.
Oh God. Why would you? How'd you ask him?
Because I would like to know if you still rock with them. Because
I had to give them up, man. It's like seeing the ex-girlfriend with an upgrade, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
An obvious upgrade. There's not even like you can't even compare it to. It's like fuck you. What's fucked up is Stan Kroenke. I'll give you the ad-lib version. Stan Kroenke's from from Missouri, born and raised Missouri. Still has a place here in St. Louis. And the dude he got all about money, and he married into that Walmart money.
Right.
So now all he thinks about is money, which is fine if that's your thing. Mm-hmm. But the way he tanked the team, literally, Rhett, he ran the budgets below the minimum for the team while they're in the last 10 years. He, Georgia Frontier, is it La Frontier? Or
Georgia Frontier.
Frontier. On her deathbed, in front of like 10 people, she's on her deathbed. This motherfucker tells her, I will never move this team out of St. Louis. He tells on a deathbed, he tells a woman that he's never going to move the team. Yeah, 10 years later, he moves the fucking team.
That's crazy.
And so running the team on minimum budget, like we didn't even have all the coaches. Like one of the our defensive coordinator was Jeff Fisher's son, who wasn't even getting paid. Jeff Fisher was paying his son.
What?
Yeah, like because
is that even legal? Can the NFL let that go?
Like, I guess, but it was before the guy that we got from New Orleans that got in trouble for the paying. Was it
yeah.
What?
Yeah, what's his name? Greg something.
Greg Williams.
Yeah, Greg Williams. Yeah. So it was before he could come back. So they didn't. Instead of hiring somebody to do it, they just had his son do it apparently. But then like all the extra coaches and shit and like all the other stuff, we had none of that. And then they go to LA, the motherfucker triples the fucking budget and like starts spending all this money on it. And you see what happens.
He's like, smile, bitch. Smile.
Right.
Come on.
Right. And you know, I respect the fuck out of Tom Brady. I'm still a little bitter with the Patriots organization for what they did to us when in the Super Bowl.
What they did to the Cold Crush.
Yeah. Yeah. But I respect the fuck out of Tom Brady.
I don't like him, man, and I don't want him to have 6. I'm hating. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean,
and he can't be the GOAT, even if he wins 10. Like Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Is just a different. No, I'm sorry. It just no.
No, I'll give you that. He's a I don't want to say program. He's a
system quarterback.
Yeah, because here's the thing: every quarterback who's been in that system when he's out has flourished.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of them.
Yeah.
Even Jacoby was balling.
Matt Castle went 11-7 with that fucking team.
Yeah, look what he's done since then in other. So
Kansas City thought they had the next Tom Brady when they brought Castle in.
Got you.
And Belichick is just laughing all the way.
Bitch.
Seriously, and that's why he couldn't give him the GOAT during that interview. Mm-hmm. I really believe that.
Yeah,
and kudos to him because I've seen him in person. I've seen him come out. I've seen him out here. The dude has a cannon. He can throw that ball. But as far as like quarterbacks, when I think of a quarterback, I think of like Peyton Manning. I think of a dude who's out there really reading and manipulating the defense before he even snaps the ball.
Yeah.
Like that dude who's scanning the field. Like that's and Brady does that. But Peyton Manning type quarterbacks, that's who I think are quarterbacks. That's who I.
Oh yeah, that dude. I honestly think Peyton Manning is the most cerebral quarterback to ever play in the NFL.
Yeah, he wasn't athletic. That motherfucker was a stick.
Dude, he
Right.
imagine trying to be on his offense, like your
Oh
receiver
yeah,
and all the.
I'm more impressed with that line than I am anybody else. That line, they all have to be smart to be in the damn offensive line.
And
Right.
You ever see his freakouts or not freakouts, but when him and Jeff Saturday would get into it?
No.
Look that up on YouTube sometime. It's hilarious. They're just going at it like brothers. Like Peyton Manning just cussing. That's bullshit, Jeff. Blah, like they're just going at each other.
Like, show us my dick.
And Saturday went back at him though. It wasn't like he let Tom Brady talk to him that way, or not Tom Brady. Peyton Manning talk to him.
Being a bitch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The center is important.
Oh God, yeah. Dude, that's what.
Dallas misses him. We had Travis Frederick. What? What?
Oh, the Cowboys.
Hey, I'm sorry. We're gonna be there. We're gonna win one before I die. I know that.
I know. Not long as Jerry Jones alive.
He's definitely turning into Al Davis.
When he dies, you're gonna be all right.
Oh man, I
he
forgot.
sabotages so much. Like, I just want Garrett out of here. I just want him gone.
I forgot Rhett was a Cowboys fan.
I love
it. Darian's if Darian was here, but my friend Marcus Boston is here, and he is a New York Giants fan. He's a Yankees and Giants. Yankees and Giants are his teams.
Ooh, it hurts.
I mean, it's cool.
Y'all need to tell the truth. Tell the truth. Is it the coach or is it Manning?
I need a quarterback.
Oh man, I love it.
I'm ready for Manning to go.
I love Eli, man. I can't let it go.
Like George Bush's. Like, I need the Bushes out of office. Like, that's enough. That's enough Manning.
Right.
Thank you. I need you guys. I need Saquon. I need to get the rest out of ODB before he gets old. I need a mobile quarterback to get the ball. We can't figure out how to make a fucking offensive line to save our life.
Yeah.
So since I can't have a line to protect them, can I please have a quarterback and run from him and get the ball out of his hands?
Well, he's gonna be there for what, another year? Or is he done?
Some people. I mean, I'm not. I don't believe in assassinations, but sometimes it's.
Whoa! It's Eli. You know, Eli's my favorite fucking quarterback.
I don't mean like in life, just in that job. I see him like.
Yeah. You see what happened when the last coach benched him, right? He got fired.
Yeah, he did.
You see?
He did that shit on the way out. Like, fuck this job.
Right.
Like, I feel like there comes a point when the dude knew that his days were numbered, and Eli's on this record-setting, not record, but like a most consecutive starts or whatever. Right? He was on.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
And then that dude took it from him. I mean, that's just like the Cal Ripken thing. Yeah, the Cal Ripken. Yeah, I related back to when I think it was Art Howell took over the Orioles for a while. He pulled Cal Ripken out of a game, and he didn't realize that Cal Ripken had a streak like that. A streak like that. Like, it wasn't. I didn't realize that he had a streak like that. Like, he never came out of the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, and then I think it was Art Howell. I have to look it up, but he pulled him out of the game, and then Cal Ripken's over there crying like, "Fuck out of here, man! You're holding your." I think in that situation, he's holding his team back because he got old towards the end.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Travesty was probably when Jeter wouldn't move over for A-Rod.
Yeah, that's crazy.
From Seattle. That Jeter should have moved his punk ass over.
Yeah, like just it's okay. You're still in the limelight.
Everybody still wants to be you, bro. Even if you're a third or you're short, everybody still wants to. If I ever got to a professional athlete, I just want to be Jeter. I mean, at the end of the day,
I need you to move your ass over, play third, and A-Rod play short.
Right? What?
Yeah.
So, anyway, do you think you guys can get it done with that or with the current court? That's really bad.
Sometimes I'm not sure. Here's the thing: he holds the ball way too long for my liking. For a guy who can run like that, he holds the ball way too long.
Yes.
And two, the damn play calling. If you know this guy is unstoppable with that read option, let the man run it, please.
Right.
If not, then get us a quarterback who can stand in that pocket. This is where I really wish Romo was still playing, because with that line and Zeke, That play action is dangerous, and Amari is going to get the ball all the time.
Yeah, I thought that too. See, okay, I thought that the pull on Romo was a little. I mean, yeah, everyone's like, oh no, he couldn't get done in the playoffs. Whatever, man. That dude won games and pocket passing with that line. You guys had the highest paid offensive line in the league, eh?
Yeah, and they're good.
Yeah,
They're good.
they're real good.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why can't everybody else figure out how to get a goddamn line like the Cowboys? The Cowboys doing no shit special.
Nothing special. They just
I'm
went
like,
back to
come
the
on, man.
90s.
They got the blueprint. Do what they do. Goddamn.
Yep.
I
Ball control. Ball control.
right. I mean, well, what is it with the Patriots? Their offensive line. Everyone, I guess, the way they train their offensive line is, and it may be for other teams too, but I've only heard it about the Patriots. Is every one of their offensive line people playing on their offensive line can play any position on the line.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But
Oh,
I'm
that's
wondering,
crazy.
yeah, it is.
He has some weird formations too.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that guy, man. Like he's just that, and see, that's what I love about coaching is like to outthink the other team.
Right.
Like that's just I don't know. It's that game of chess is nothing like it.
Well, I think maybe with Belichick is he has no fear of losing his job, so he can do all this crazy ass shit and all this different stuff because he's never gonna
But
fire him.
but somebody, I think it was, I don't know if it was First Take or Undisputed, but someone made a good point. The Patriots have just benefited by being in a weak league, a weak conference or league. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The AFC East is very trash.
Yeah, so they're in there with the Dolphins and the Giants and
And the
No,
Jets.
no. Whoa.
no,
You
sorry, that
goddamn it.
wasn't. Not you're not. Never mind. Sorry, I said
That's
that wrong.
the Dolphins, the Jets,
The Dolphins.
Yes.
That's the other New York
and
team.
Buffalo.
And Buffalo. They're in a very weak
Super
league.
trash.
So that makes
Or division, my bad, division.
yeah, for sure.
They're in a weak division.
Yeah.
They've won it what 10 straight years?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that.
Oh, here's one thing, Brett. What do you think that hit in the Rams game against New Orleans? How in the fuck do they miss that?
Like Toon used to say, Gonzo, man, like that's where the mob boss says, I need that. I need that for Vegas. I got 200 large on it.
It had to be, man, because that was
right in front of the official, and he didn't even flinch. He didn't even grab his flag at all.
I didn't see
that got a half and said, don't you do it. You throw that goddamn flag. Put the flag back to your goddamn waistband.
Brett, you said he didn't even reach for it?
I don't think he did he?
Man, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
But whatever you do, don't you goddamn do it.
I mean, like, how do you not call that? How do you not call it? What about the helmet to helmet? Like, you don't call it.
Helmet to helmet. The dude didn't even look back for the ball. He didn't like. It wasn't. You can't say the ball was uncatchable, and don't give me this fucking excuse. Oh, our referees are human. Fuck that.
Nah, he blew that one.
They get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
To work one day. All you gotta do is
playoffs. In the playoffs. Only the best make the playoffs.
Yeah. And the playoffs are the full-time guys, right?
Playoffs?
Right.
Yeah.
See, look, and when stuff like that happening, I'm just saying it now. When things like that can happen, there's no way in hell I'm going to bet on NFL football games.
No.
There's no way.
Because
do you know how they can dictate who wins now?
Yes, exactly. And that's the whole, like, I try not to go down that road, but they make it real fucking hard when you do shit like that. Like,
I mean, absolutely. You can't help but to think that.
Yeah. And that's what they want to change their perception, like you already
did
all these.
Or think about this, Doug.
Yeah.
What about the roughing the passer on Brady?
Oh my fucking God.
That kept that drive alive. That was an incomplete pass where they were gonna punt.
Yeah. And
they were gonna punt. And that was game, basically.
Yeah. And then then everybody was like, oh, it was a makeup call the next call. No, fuck that. Because they said it was pass interference on the next call. I was like, no, that was questionable at best.
Right.
I'm assuming that the guy grabbed the flag and threw it because he thought he caught his helmet.
He didn't even touch him. You can't assume.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. the guy assumed it, and it's Brady. Like, and that's the same thing. You assume because it's Brady. Now, in my head, I'm not a fan of the NFL. As a person watching the game, I'm like, well, fuck, it's Brady. Makes sense, you know. I just
Right.
that he hit his
It's
arm.
like giving Harden fucking calls, knowing he didn't dribbled 4 times and the motherfucking
Harden cold, man.
Harden, he be cheating. Fuck
I
him.
mean,
Fuck him too.
he's nice, but the league has to go back to this the 3-step. That's not a travel. Now they can actually do 4 steps. Like get back to the 2 like we had when we were little.
Yeah.
Go back to the 2 steps, man. Like that's cheating.
Yeah, and I don't even enjoy it. Like people are like, oh, people want high scoring games. Man, this shit gets up to what? Like for me watching the game, I want to learn something from the game. You know, like people just tossing up and 122, 124, like that.
Yeah, no defense being played.
Yeah,
and the money in defense, baby. The money's in offense.
Wait,
hey, and listen, if the league did not say that any louder, they did when they said Rudy Gobert cannot make the NBA All-Star game.
Right.
That man cried because he couldn't play, and all he does is play defense, man. Like he's a good player.
Yeah, he's really good. What you think you guys gonna get? AP? Is it AP?
No, AD.
AD.
The Lakers will get him.
You think so? You're Clippers.
I'm waiting for Durant to come to the Clippers.
Oh shit! Don't hold your breath.
No, see, here's the thing. You guys keep forgetting about that man named Jerry West.
Now that's who you should believe in. I'm with you on that.
The logo.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's got something up his sleeve. I believe in the logo.
Can we update it?
No. Why would we need to update it? It's a great logo.
Can you put it to the Jordan symbol?
Nah.
That costs a league way.
Why everybody say nah?
Nah, it don't look right. It don't not compared to the logo.
I think Mike's doing okay for himself.
He need to check.
That's the last thing he needs is another check.
I think he's branded himself pretty well.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't very often.
Yeah, Mike. Nah. Although he's the greatest,
right?
Yeah. He can't be the logo. No.
No, that's you talking about in life. You know, as a male, all we want to do is, I mean, maybe as female too. I just know because I am a male that it's all about legacy.
Sure,
man.
you say with confidence.
No. I was trying not to seem like I was. I didn't want to trigger anybody. Yeah, trigger. But
trigger warning.
Okay, sure. But I think that if the Lakers get AD, man,
it's already done, bro.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, they want to bring the LA market back.
So here's the thing.
His agent is Rich Paul. He works for LeBron. LeBron's in LA.
For sure.
LeBron, a disciple who don't want to play with LeBron.
I just hope they don't get rid of Kuzma. That man needs to stay in LA.
Get rid of Di and get rid of fucking Lonzo.
Yeah, Lonzo can go.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. You're not.
I like how he came in firing you and your daddy and dropping them ugly ass shoes.
I'm pretty sure that. I heard
those was trash. Though.
I heard that he was asking $400. They were retailing at $400 for those shoes.
Yeah, that was
absurd. And the slides was like $100, $200 for the slides.
Yeah, I'm cool. No.
Yeah. I see what you was doing there. I appreciate you, black man, but no.
That's Lonzo Ball.
And that's not even hating. Like if you're gonna do it, make it look good.
Yeah, somebody gonna do it successfully. I like the blueprint he laid down.
Right.
Do something better than that design.
My thing is why your dad took advantage of you by coming up with this brand and then try to sell your shoes. Now you can't sign with.
Well, he messed up on a lot of levels. Like just as a father myself, like I would never do that to my kids. Like I feel bad for LaMelo. Like he's the one that just got pushed to the side. Like he's like the stepchild. Like
is he the one? Wait, was he the one that got in trouble
for stealing?
Yeah.
Like what kind of? How do you raise a kid? The kid already has $1 million in the bank. He's driving to school in a Lamborghini or something like that, a Ferrari or something. He's got money. You know what I mean? Like, what did you do to even try to help the kid? Like, you just kind of left him to the side and focused on the little one.
Yeah,
You can tell, like,
and then
he-
you take them both out of school and take them over to fucking Latvia or some
Right,
shit to
yeah.
play.
yeah.
Fuck
You're
out.
homeschooling the 16-year-old. You take him across the globe, and then you bring him back to school. Now he's playing in Ohio somewhere. Like, can he even go to college after this? Like, what can he do?
Is he?
No,
Did
I
he put it
don't.
back in high school? Did he put?
Yeah, he's back
Yeah,
in high
he went back
school.
to high school to finish his senior year, and I don't know what he's gonna do. The youngest one,
Yeah.
the middle child's the one that got pulled out of UCLA.
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
know what the youngest one gonna do.
Because
yeah, the little one. Yeah,
if he got paid to play, he can't play college.
and I heard he didn't, but I'm like, that's weird. Like, hell no. Like, you can't tell me he was playing professional and didn't get a check.
Right.
Like,
And then
no.
yeah. And then I mean, I guess. Well, I think they're talking about where people can go into the G League. I guess.
He's not gonna make the league.
Yeah, he's tiny.
No,
I mean, he's like a street baller to me.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not knocking that type of play because a lot of that was in me.
And one mixtape.
The mixtape messed it up for me. I hate. Let me be on. Hey, let me be on the record saying I hate Tune for that because Tune messed me up. Shout out to Jermaine Long,
AKA Tim.
aka Tune. He
He's animated.
messed me up with one mixtape.
Oh man. All right, Red. Let's get back on. We veered off course a little bit. I want
Yes.
you to tell all the listeners about how you went from Gardena, California, to Aberdeen, South Dakota. How that trip went, how it ended up happening, and I think it makes for some interesting podcast.
Yeah, it's a great story. I share it. Even working as a dean.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Aberdeen, I was, and not, a lot of people don't know this. Coach Brown knew it. I believe Toon knew this, and I think that was about it. I was just maybe 2 months prior to being in Aberdeen was in jail.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was. Funny thing about me and Jermaine is when he was in jail, I would be out, and when he would be out, I would go to jail. We would do stupid stuff. Like, we weren't like criminals. We were just young and dumb, and like we just hung around people that we shouldn't have been, and we just kind of took to that kind of life a little bit. So for me, I was working at Avis Rental Cars. And here I am playing basketball at Harbor Junior College, doing pretty good, making a little name for myself. And, getting ready to leave and go to play in Georgia at a D2. And I figure out a way to get the car off the lot. Crazy. So I worked at the airport. If you needed to pick up a customer from the airport and his car wasn't ready, his or her car wasn't ready, you could take a car, pick them up, bring them back to the rental car agents, rental car lot. And then when their car was ready, they get their car.
Mm-hmm.
In order to get the car off the lot, you would get this paper called a vehicle transfer certificate, a VTC. They liked my work, and they would allow me to go get my lunch off site when it was time for me to have lunch. So I just drive around the corner and give me something to eat and then bring the car back. Well, dumb young Rhett was like, well, damn, these cars are kind of nice. How about I just park it around the corner and just bring the slip back? Did that one time and saw that they didn't even think about it, so kept the car. And I was doing it for about a good 6 months, just being stupid, driving to picking up the homies. We're driving to school. I'm thinking I'm doing a favor. Like, we're no longer spending, bus money to catch the bus and sit on the bus for hours. My mom's not catching the bus anymore. She's driving to work. Never once did I ever think that if my mom ever got pulled over in that car, she could have got arrested.
Wow.
damn.
That's when it hits you, when you really have time to reflect on your life and think about the selfishness that you could have, the selfishness that you were displaying for yourself that you could have gotten other people in trouble. And it never really dawned on me until I was sitting in jail. I kept a car for a month you know, I was doing it for 6 months, but it was like I keep a car for a week, bring it back, and then I'd switch it out for a new car. Like I was doing reckless stuff, like take the car. My off days were Friday and Saturday. I would leave on Friday and drive to Vegas on a full tank of gas.
Get the fuck out.
You know what I mean? Just acting like I'm balling, like I'm doing something. I'm making like think $11 an hour, and I'm thinking I'm balling, and I'm driving this car.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I remember you told me like you went into I remember the story. It just kind of popped into it. You went in thinking you were balling, going to the casino. You had like $200 or $300 on you or whatever. You go in, like it was gone in like 20 minutes or something.
20 minutes, like just dumb stuff. Like, okay, I guess we're gonna go eat a $5 buffet and then drive back. Like stupid stuff.
How far was that drive?
About 3 hours.
Oh, shit.
You know, so then one day this is too easy, so I kept the car for a month.
Wow.
And what I didn't know is that when our agency doesn't get their car, once it's supposed to be back, it says it's back. So if somebody rents a car and it's car and that car, people for it, they're like, hey, that car's not here. Go look again. It's not here. Okay, well, let's put out this form and we'll figure out maybe it's in the shop getting fixed. Oh, it's not in the shop. Okay, well then who was the last person to rent it? What? That person brought the car back. Okay, so now we got to report it stolen so we can get it back. So when they do that, now I'm driving in a hot car. And here I am about to go to Club Millennium and hang out with the Lakers because they had came. This is how old I am. Sam Perkins had just come through to Avis rental cars, and they went and got me because they knew here's the JUCO hooper. We got a hooper here too. Sam Perkins. This is Rhett. I'm talking to him like, oh damn, this is Sam Perkins, you know. So he hooks me up with a friend who happens to be Nick Van Exel. So now me and my buddy about to go hang out with this guy. Right. You know, because the Club Millennium is where all the Lakers hang out. And all of a sudden, I'm at the gas station, and I see a police car kind of driving slow. I'm pumping gas. They're looking at me kind of crazy. I'm staring at them crazy. Like, I feel like I'm on top of the world. Like, this car is I work for the company. You know, this is a company car. I work for it. I have insurance. I have proof that I work there.
Yeah, pull me over. I got all this shit.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm staring at them like I'm untouchable. So they drive by. Another car comes, and I'm looking like, man, these guys. So I'm telling my homie, like, man, the boys is everywhere. He like, for real? I'm like, yeah, but don't worry about it. We good. I finish pumping the gas. I swear, as soon as I pull out, the lights are on us. And I'm like, this is crazy. Don't worry about nothing because we've been here before.
Yeah, right.
Next thing I hear, with your left hand, you know, turn off the, you know,
wow.
Put both hands out the window, put your hand back in, turn off the car, hand out with come outside. The bird is on us. I got 10 cars surrounding us. It was the scariest time of my life. I had never been arrested for anything. Never had a jaywalking ticket. No, nothing.
Damn,
and here I am.
They didn't register with you until they finally told you, right?
Yeah. I didn't get it until I was in. And here I am sitting in just a little holding facility. I wasn't even in jail yet. I was in like this holding station for like 3 days. And I know the law says if you don't go to court in 72 hours, they gotta let you go. Man, they kept me on that 3rd day. And when they were supposed to release me, they sent me to the county. I was like, where are we going? This dude said, you going to the Twin Towers. I said, where is that? They said, that's the county. I said, oh, shit.
You're like, oh, damn.
I'm calling my mom. You know what I mean? Like, here I am trying to be Billy Badass, telling my girlfriend, hey, if my mom called looking for me, tell her you haven't seen me. He's like, where you at? just tell her you haven't seen me. I got in some trouble. I'll call you in a little bit. So when I find out I'm going to the county, I said, fuck all that. I got to call my mom. Like, look, hey, mom. Hey, where you at? I'm in the county. What? Listen, they said I'm going to the Twin Towers. I don't even know where it is. You just got to look out for me. I don't want to get lost in the system. All I keep saying.
Get lost in the system.
I'm scared shitless. I'm not lying to you. So we get there, and I mean, you talk about the ride of shame when you ride in from wherever you just got locked up at, going downtown, and you on we call it the Gray Goose. It's the big ass bus. It's the county bus, and you gotta ride that shit. And when you hit the stoplights, and them motherfuckers at the bus stop or walk and see you in the bus, it's the most shameful ride you could ever. I mean, like, I just felt like shit the whole way.
So were you going from Gardena City to the LA County?
Yeah, absolutely. I went from it was Lenox, which is Inglewood. So they caught me in Gardena, and then they transported me to Lenox, which is Inglewood, which is the city over,
right,
city west of us. And then from there, 3 days later, they sent me downtown. And that's when I got a rude awakening about how hard I thought I was. Yep, straight up. Like a dude who thought he was really cripping out here, I was like, I ain't shit. Like
at that time, at that age, did you realize, like, did you still think, like, when you went in there, were you like, oh, fuck? Or were you like, oh, I'm hard, you know? Or...
Oh, hell no. I was on 10, like, okay, listen, you can't be no bitch in here, first of all. Can't be no bitch. Like, that was the first thing, like, ain't no crying in this motherfucker. If a dude try to come at you sideways, you better try to break his shit, like, off the top. And that's it. And I just kept cool. I was like, don't talk to nobody. If somebody asks you where you from, just keep that shit as quiet as you can. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm in here for. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Right.
So, I get to the little, it's like a little window you come to, and you tell them your name. Motherfucker asked me where I'm from. I'm like, what do you mean where I'm from? He said, no, where you from? I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, you gonna play that game? I said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, okay, take this card and go to the left. I was like, oh, cool. Man, all I know is I end up in this room, bro. And this big ass light skinned dude, man, coming here, and he tell me from like bounty hunter. I'm like, oh shit, this is not gonna go good. And
wait, he said he was a bounty hunter?
Yeah, it's a blood gang in Watts.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so you can already tell where this is going.
Who's the bounty hunter?
Yeah, this dude.
Like Dog the bounty hunter?
I wish it was Dog. You know what I mean? It wasn't. Yeah, man. So
wait, what's okay? Just so this is Midwest, so I'm trying to. I get what you're saying. So so he's the guy that fucks the dudes up from other gangs. Is that what?
No. He's from a gang. He's from a gang called Bounty Hunter.
Oh. All right.
Yes. So he is basically trying to find out who all in this room is Bloods.
Oh.
So yeah. So where I grew up, we don't have no Bloods where I grew up. Everybody Crippin' where I grew up. Everybody in my family who I grew up with is Crip. So I'm in a place where I shouldn't be at right now.
Oh.
Yeah. So it went from fucked up to it's all bad. It is all fucked up.
So the guy that was asking you where you're from was just trying to put you in the right area. So
yes. And I was trying to be a smart ass, and he was like, "Okay, you want to play that game? Take the card and go to the left." I was like, "Cool,
motherfucker."
Yeah, I'm trying to get somewhere where I can sit the fuck down and try to figure out how the hell to get out of this motherfucker. Not knowing that he trying to throw me an olive branch, like you in over your head, homie. You don't even know the shit.
Trying to say your little punk ass life. You tough? Oh, you in?
Right. Hell yeah. So next thing I know, man, I'm sitting here with a room full of Bloods, and I'm like, oh shit, he coming to me. He like, where you from? I'm like, I don't bang. I said, I play ball. He was like, what? I said, I hoop, man. He said, you hoop? I said, man, I hoop, man. I play at L.A. Harbor College. What is you talking about? He said, okay, all right, man, we gonna see. And I was like, shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck to say, man. I just put my head down like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this shit. Like, I do not know how I'm gonna get out this motherfucker. So all I can say, a long story short, man, if it wasn't for Coach Brown, like I don't know where I would be. Like I definitely I wasn't a bad kid. I was just making bad decisions.
Yeah.
Even when I came to South Dakota, I was still trying to find myself because I had a lot of
we
anger
all were.
in me.
We all were.
Yeah, I had a lot of anger in me, man. Like I had it took it. Without Aberdeen, I don't know where I would be. I needed that place. Like at that time of my life, I needed to see something other than just the streets and
Right.
all that disarray that we was living in. Because it was we didn't have much as far as like positive role models. And I know that's a cliche as far as like every story that you hear, but like literally all we had was ball. Like I would ride my bike damn near 10 miles just to the beach to go work out because all I wanted to do was play basketball. Like just try to get away from shit. But you couldn't get away from it because that was kind of who you were. You know what I mean? So like,
and it was dictated by the area that you were from.
hell yeah, you know, and there was people, and they, you know, and they always say, you know, you could have made a different choice, and you're 100% correct. You could have. I didn't, and I think I didn't because of what I'm doing now for a living. You know, I get to help kids and point them in a different direction. When they talk about, oh, you don't know what I'm talking about, like, listen. If you don't listen to what I'm telling you, where you ended up, you're not going to be ready for that. Because I wasn't ready for that.
Trying to save you some pain. That's all
Yes.
I'm trying to do is save them some pain.
You know, I can give them firsthand stories, you know, and a lot of people in my profession, they can't give that story because they didn't live that, you know?
Yeah, especially up where, up where you're at now, it's just like, fuck, man. Not that there's not people, everybody goes through their own pain or whatever, but like the kids that you're dealing with, they probably think, oh, you're a teacher, you don't know, like blah blah blah. You had this regular life, and you have had nothing but the furthest thing away from a regular life. You know,
I mean, even in South Dakota, the stuff that was going on up there, like just it was crazy. Like, you know what? If I ever get a chance to talk to my child, I will let her know the things that I've done for her because now I can fully understand what it means to be a parent. Like at any cost, you should be able, and when I say at any cost, you should do what it takes to feed your kid or to clothe your kid. And that doesn't mean to break the law, you know, but you should always put that child first.
Yes.
It is very frustrating when those who don't see it. Like, if anything, the kid should be first.
Yeah.
You'll have the rest of your life to do what you want. But for right now, this kid didn't ask to be here. This kid needs to know everything that it should know so it can take care of itself when it gets older.
Correct. And I honestly think I want to save him the pain that I went through and the growing pains I went through. If I would have known if I would have had somebody in a situation, here I am coming from a small town going to South Dakota. I'd never, like, I don't know why, like most people don't get out from where I'm from.
Right.
For you had to bike, 10 miles to go work out and to find a basketball court. For me, I just went out back and shot on a dirt court, scraped off the grass that was around it and shooting on a hoop out back that, that my dad made. Like, it wasn't even like, when I got older, I got fancy and I had adjustable rim. But
Right.
I still say to this day that the best games I ever had was out back on that court. Side note, so my dad never played sports growing up, and he wasn't good at all. But he used to play me in pig. We used to play pig or horse, but it depended on
Right.
how long he wanted to stay out there. It was pig if he wanted to get inside and drink coffee and watch TV. But if he felt like hanging out or he wasn't tired from work that day, he'd play horse. And
Right.
the first time I beat him, I was 12 when I beat him. Never played me again.
It's funny you said that. I was just watching the Celtics game, and Kyrie's dad said that. He said after 15, I stopped playing him because he started beating me. He started giving me that work.
Yeah. He takes that record of probably. My dad probably took the record of 300 wins to 1 loss. So he had a good winning percentage.
Yeah.
But he was planting the seed though.
Yeah, sure.
For you, like you're supposed to do better than your parents, and your kids are supposed to do better than you.
Do you ever buy into the fact that when some kids complain or talk about being at a disadvantage because their parents were so successful that they could never match it?
I don't know. That's a good point. I've worked with some kids. The school that I coach at, it's a well-to-do school. Like we're talking like I've seen kids. There's a kid there right now. I want to say he comes to school in the Bugatti.
Get the fuck
Get
out
the
of here.
fuck out of here.
I'm dead ass. Seriously.
God damn.
Like they got money like that.
Whew.
So some of those kids don't know what it's like to struggle. And as a coach, what I try to do is I try to give them a reality. Like they wonder sometimes, like when we play the inner city schools or those farm schools, why it's so rough. And I'm like, those kids is fighting for shit that you already have.
Right.
Like when this game is over, their life goes to being hell again. When this game's over for you, you go back to your big ass house and your nice room and
the poor kids. Yeah, the poor kids go back to that's their escape from reality when they're playing in the games like that.
Right. They're just doing it for leisure. These guys are trying to find a way out.
Right.
Through this, Do
you remember? I don't know if you were still in Aberdeen when I was coaching at Ron Colley. I was coaching in junior high.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so there was a kid that. So in South Dakota, you can drive at 14.
Yeah.
During daylight hours. This kid drove to practice on his 14th birthday in a brand new. It was only a 3 Series, but 3 Series BMW. Rolling up in Aberdeen.
But Ron Colley had paper though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those guys have paper. But yeah, I coached Jordan's kid. Coach Jordan's kid.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But Coach
Michael Jordan?
No. We had Randy Jordan.
Randy.
Oh.
Hey, nothing but positive vibes. Shout out to Randy Jordan. Yeah.
Randy Jordan. Oh God.
Hey, but you know what, Randy? Randy, if you're out there, you still have to hold this. You are the first coach in PC history to lose the Trinity Bible at home. You're gonna have to hold that because I had to hold it as a player. Did not appreciate that.
Yeah. Wow. My junior year, our first and only win. No, wait, our first win, my junior year, was against Trinity Bible at Trinity Bible, and then we won 3 games. We made a trip to St. Louis and won 3 games here. So we finished at like 4-24 or some shit.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
Or 4-26. I think we played 30 games. Oh God! But he did. He's the only coach to go to the national tournament though.
He is the only coach to go to the national tournament. Yes.
And God, we're so fucking close my senior year. God,
but the time there, you must take it. It's Darian, right?
No,
it's Marcus.
All right, Marcus, you're gonna have to go to Aberdeen one time for the one time.
Okay. I'm really tossing around to go to the alumni game, man. I just don't.
I don't know about the alumni game. I would just go to go hang out. Like I'll go to the game.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do that with those guys. It's too political. I just want a jersey.
Yeah, exactly. I just want that. So I got the white jersey.
I need the black one.
Yes, I want that motherfucker so bad.
I should have took it the first time I was there.
Right. I want the black 44, and then I want the black 55.
Yep, I gotta have it. I should have. I have the shorts, but I don't have the jersey.
Right. I'll take the black 55, and you take the white 55 for Sean.
Yeah, man. I was just thinking about him not too long ago, man. Like that's crazy. Like that was a sad ending to his life, man.
That was one of the hardest things I dealt with, man. Like that, because him and I talked. Not necessarily every week. There was sometimes we talked every week, but like at least every other week we were talking. You know, it seemed like he was getting on the path. Like he was social work. He was up in Alaska with. I don't know, man. I just don't want to believe what the story that was written about.
I know. And I still replay the whole incident at PC. Like I always think about like what could we have done to stop that evening from even happening? You know what I mean?
I know, and that's those things in life. That's those things that you think about, but you can't dwell on. But at the end of the day, it's like it's still fucking. We still think about it. I mean, we both just said we think about it. Like it. The dude had so much, but he had so much built up anger inside of him that I love the dude.
If you don't have a way to get it out, it'll eat you alive, man. Like I really believe in it.
But at that time in our lives, we didn't know how to get it out, and I think his was just so much,
Right.
so, that he just couldn't. There was nothing he could do. Like well, I mean, there's things he could have done if maybe patience, whatever, like not giving into your dark side type of ordeal. But he didn't know how to control it because I don't think anybody in his family controlled it. And he comes from Marcus, he was Polynesian. So
okay, I remember.
Samoan, yeah, and I love him. God.
So like Junior Seau type.
Yes.
Yeah, but just big. He wasn't even like ferocious. He was a big softy. He was cool as hell, man. Like really silly type of dude. You know what I mean?
And
really
he literally loved people, but he would anytime he drink.
Yeah, there was how sometimes when certain people drink, a little dark part of them come out sometimes.
Yeah, man.
And he'd be like that sometimes. Like I remember there was a time he ran up on me, and I didn't want to fight him, but I was like, I had to stand up to him. Like shit, he's 6'2". This dude's 6'8", man, and
6'8", 300.
Yeah, so if he hits you, he's gonna feel it.
Right. He wasn't an athletic 6'8", but he was.
Nah, he was a Samoan 6'8". He was big.
Fuck yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, but sometimes it would come out of him. And,
out of here.
Yeah.
And then when he was sober up, he'll be apologetic and shit. But
super nice. Like there'd be times like him and I get in an argument or whatever, and I never had I don't know if you know this, Rhett, but like I never had a time with him where I thought him and I were going to square off, and we argued.
Yeah, y'all was boys.
Yeah.
You, him, and Dwight, y'all was straight. Y'all was cool.
Yeah, Dwight's doing his thing, man. He's good, man.
Yeah. He came out here not too long ago. I had a couple drinks with him.
Yeah. So, we never came to blows. Or it never even crossed my mind where I took a defensive stance or whatever. Like I was, we'd argue.
Yeah.
But it was over stupid shit, and I'd be like, Sean, shut the fuck up and go to bed. And he'd be like, fuck you. Like, like it just but he's so big. Other people would be like, oh shit. Like they get scared. I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, and it was a really bad ending. And I'm never ever gonna believe the story that was written. I don't accept it.
For sure.
Yeah. So anyway, let's keep. Anyway.
Toast to Sean.
Yes, sir. Toast to Sean.
Toast to Sean.
Toast. Yes, sir. Little toast to Sean. So you so how long did you have to spend? How long were you in for that incident?
4 months.
4 months. That's what you were sentenced to?
No, I was supposed to be in there for a year. They was trying to get me for grand theft auto.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, but I got misdemeanor joyriding, so I was let out. And then I talked to Coach Brown, told him kind of what was going on, and then that was like in June,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, then I said, well, when does school start? He said, school starts in September. Well, we need you guys to be here in August. I said, August? He said, August. I was like, shit, man, I just got out, and so I'm like, fuck it, I got to do it. So I got to do it. So it was either that or be out here and doing, you know what I mean, the dumb same old shit again. Like, I'm not doing that. So
were you on probation though?
yep, 2 years. I was in 2 years probation out there in South Dakota. So
Oh,
it was
they
along the
transferred.
lines.
Oh,
Yep.
so they transferred. Okay. That's what I was like. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So what they told me was, and this was my stipulation, was I had 2 years to get my degree, and that was it. If I didn't, that would have violated probation. They would have extradited me back. Or if I would have dropped out or got kicked out, they'd have brought me back. So I had really nothing to lose but to get it done.
Right.
And I remember being out there one time, and we got into a fight with that dude, Lou.
Yeah.
Swear to God, man, I never hit a guy as hard as I hit that kid. And when
Yeah.
he hit the ground and his head bust open and everybody stomped the shit out of him, I remember being in the bed, and I woke up and I told Toon, I woke his ass up. He said, "What's up?" I said, "Man, I think dude is dead. Like I gotta leave. Like I'm scared. Like I'm about to go back to jail." And you know, like you never know how many. You never know.
Oh my God! Do you remember when? Sorry, not to cut you off. Do you remember when? What was that big fucking cat from New York that was from Yonkers? That
Big, what was big dude? Rupert.
Oh, do you remember when he? You remember when he dropped that native dude?
Hell yeah! And I got in trouble for that shit.
I thought he killed him.
He hit him hard. That was a big. That was a big guy.
You know what? I was more impressed with. It was so quick.
It was fast. It was fast. He hit that and disappeared. Just disappeared.
Mark, this dude is 6'10", 400 pounds.
All right, what the fuck is going on up there?
Well,
it was like I said. You never know who you were gonna run into in Aberdeen. Like it was just,
dude. It was insane.
People was coming and going. A lot of that, man. You might run into a pimp out there.
Shit.
We had a female pimp.
Yeah, we did.
Marcus, a female pimp, and she was really out here pimping these girls.
Oh man. Yeah.
Like I knew so many. You ran into so many people in Aberdeen. It was crazy.
You realize while we were in Aberdeen, there was a hit on a professor from Northern.
Yeah.
Marcus, this is no bullshit.
Sounds about right.
No,
in South Dakota, man.
In Aberdeen, South Dakota.
What else you gonna do?
No, this professor came in and was teaching at Northern State University, and he came from Cali, right? I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember where the.
I think he was from Cali, but then all of a sudden, one day he's dead in the yard, in the middle of the campus or whatever.
Yeah, it was either that, or was it in the trash, or it was somewhere like in the yard, like in the yard somewhere.
Yeah, in the courtyard.
Yeah, but it was just a professor dead, like murked,
and they figured out, even though they never could find him, it was 2 Asian women flew in. They had him at the airport, and they flew out the same night. Flew in and flew out. And they figured out that like the dude was in some shady shit or some nobody knows.
He probably thought he could just disappear in small town USA, man.
Yeah, I have no. I have no idea what it was linked back to, like what he was involved in order to get. Like they were saying, it was something. It was like a sniper type situation, like from what I remember,
like a movie.
Oh, dude, no, seriously, like the shit was fucking insane. Dude,
yeah, we had some weird stuff happen.
When we were in South Dakota, there was a fucking AIDS outbreak.
Hell yeah, you remember this?
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, an outbreak like the monkey came out with a plastic.
No, man, it was in Aberdeen. Yeah. It was in
damn near, Marcus. Damn near. Hey, I'll tell you this much: it was some people out there shook than a motherfucker. I know that.
Oh man,
people were scared as hell. I'm like, damn, was it that deep? It made the paper.
No, it was on MTV.
Was it?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No, that's crazy.
No, I swear to God, I watched it. Well, it was in South Dakota. So this cat comes to play basketball at Huron University, which is now closed.
Heroin?
No, Huron.
Wow.
It's not.
Let's be obvious what we're doing here.
It's not quite West River. It's like in the middle of. I don't know.
And with the Heron High School, go ahead.
Huron College. Well, this dude was like 6'10", like big fucking dude, whatever.
Oh yeah, dude from Chicago or some shit.
Yeah, Chicago. And he had AIDS, and he fucking was banging like 3 or 4 different fucking chicks out there. Give them all AIDS.
Oh no! Yeah, it was dirty.
It's been like wildfire.
Oh my God, it was insane.
Damn.
This is what?
Yep, that's where we went to college, man.
I'm scared to call the girl back now. I'm scared. I'm even nervous.
No, Rhett, was it? God, what year was that? That was 2000. That was before, because you and I graduated the same.
I was done in 01.
Yeah, so was I. I feel like that was 2000.
It was somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm showing my age right now. But dude,
shit.
like you should have seen, like nobody. We would go to. There was a bar we would go to called the Zoo, right? And when all that shit came out, there wasn't nobody at the Zoo.
Nobody
came to the
wanted to
zoo
go.
no more.
Hell yeah.
Bronx Zoo, St. Louis Zoo, Minneapolis Zoo, St. Paul Zoo.
I'm serious, man. Like you just didn't.
Scariest time.
You didn't want to talk to nobody. That's when you was like, you wish you had a boo, because you was like, this might be the last time.
Like that's how our thought process was, because we didn't know how we didn't understand how.
Put a condom on?
Well, yeah, there's that obviously. Okay, but I mean,
it was wild out there, Marcus.
Yeah, it was
Marcus. It was wild out there.
I seen shit out there that I mean, I've seen more being here, but like out there you would never expect.
It was nuts.
Dude,
we'll put it this way, Marcus. We'll put it this way. There's still guys who went out there when we went to college who still live out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. They couldn't leave it.
No, man.
They couldn't leave it.
Man, Lightbulb seems like it's happy, man.
Lightbulb's happy. Shane is happy. There's a couple guys out there still, though.
Dude, if you would ever told me when I first came there that the crippler Shane would end up with who he ended up with and living there and being super fucking successful as he is, being in like he's not an investment banker, but he's banking system. Right? Yeah,
he's doing something with numbers.
Yeah.
He's a smart dude.
Yeah, and like having the life that he has, I would have been like, you're fucking bullshit. Franks was a fucking stud. I love that dude. I still like. I think he had it figured out before we did. As far as
he was a little older than us, but he was always smart though. Like that was a smart dude.
Super smart, really good at pool. Could jump out of the fucking gym.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
But what was that mascot?
We were the Saints.
Saints, baby.
Aberdeen Saints.
No. Presentation
Saints.
Presentation College.
Oh, I apologize.
Let me tell you like this, Marcus. So before Rhett got there, I think 3 years or 4 years before, it was an all-girls school. When I got there a year after Rhett did. The ratio of girls to guys was 11 girls. I think it was 10 or 11 girls to one guy.
Yep. That's why I said it was nuts up there.
They should have closed that shit down.
And here's what's fucked up. I don't care because it's our podcast. Aberdeen, South Dakota was the perfect place to be a black man at.
It's Black History Month. We cannot talk about that. Not for February. We love our black women. We love being in Wakanda. You're not gonna get it's not this month.
Black women.
Maybe drink Hennessy and cognac and Douce in peace. Not this month. Damn it.
I swear.
I'm trying to go back home. This is not helping my case.
Marcus funny as hell.
So
You
you
said
got
I'm trying to go back home.
all these chicks that are from South Dakota, all over
Motherfucker,
the place.
snowman, Jeezy.
Oh my God, they
Yes.
loved it. It didn't matter what you could be the ugliest.
Like shooting fish in a barrel, huh?
Oh,
It was definitely shooting fish in a barrel.
if there's something easier than shooting fish in a barrel, it was being it was being a black male athlete in South Dakota.
Oh my God.
Like I'm talking like dudes that weren't even like close to attractive.
Everybody
We're
was
just
eating.
nailing.
Yeah, there was somebody for everybody out there.
Oh
Oh my
God,
gosh.
dude. And then I'm out competing against these other fucking white dudes out there. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I got it done, but it's like, fuck, man. Like, there was chicks. I was just like, what? Like, you don't even.
I'm black.
You don't even try.
I'm black.
They never seen.
I'm black.
No. Marcus, here's what's crazy. How many? I would say 70% of the girls that went to our school never seen a black man before in their life.
So now we going experiments now. Look at these.
No, I'm
What
serious.
are those? Those are black.
No. I swear to God, and then they're
Becky, they're real.
Then they're dealing with this.
You said they're real.
This is an actual black man. I've never seen one before.
He speaks so well. Girl, what they say is true. Look at him. They say he's Mandingo. I don't know what that means, but I think it's important.
There was. I'm talking like. It was beyond me. Coming from where I'm from, like, and even the white guys out there. The white guys out there were just like, why do you hang around black dudes and like
yeah, they couldn't understand it.
Why hang around them colors, boy?
Right? No, they didn't understand it because of the fact that like they didn't know where I was from, so I guess they assumed I was from.
You speak Negro?
Actually, I do, but it's fine.
No, because they would get it. Him and Wolf used to get it all the time for hanging out with us.
All the time, man. They didn't understand. It was ignorance. They just didn't know.
Right.
You know, they grew up in their small towns.
Right. You know, what are black people doing in South Dakota, what Dakota y'all in?
South
Dakota. What we doing up there for? They shit up there. Stuff with them snow bunnies.
Hooping.
Them white biatches them up there.
So, Rhett, were you playing when we went to Canada?
No, I did not. Nope.
I tell the story all the time. When we went to Canada, we were playing against Brandon, Manitoba, the University of Manitoba, and we were up there, and we were walking in thinking, we're playing against Canadians. These fucking guys don't know how to hoop, right? We walk in, and they're starting 6'9", 6'7", 6'6", 6'4", and 6'5".
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So here's the fuckhole of the thing was that they were all American players and all at least played Division II. And we're walking in as the NAIA school. We're walking in, we're like, what the fuck did we just walk into?
This is right, Jim.
Right. But what I didn't know until we got up there was that if you played in the U.S., you could go for 4 years, and then you could come to Canada and play either 1 or 2 more years while you're getting your master's at one of the universities.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, Rhett, I'm telling you, man. And they played international rules.
Oh shit.
Oh, you goaltended all that.
Yeah, and then the lines were and you didn't have to wait for the ref to hand you the ball. Like if the ball goes out of bounds on the side,
yep,
you just grab it and go.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
somebody slipping like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you this. We played back-to-back nights, right? The first night they beat us by 50.
Right.
Second night they beat us by 8. So we adapted real quick.
You made progress.
But the girls team that's when Rosie had a pretty decent team. And
he had Krista, huh?
Oh yeah, man. That bitch you gotta edit that. I can't call her bitch.
God damn it.
I know, sorry, dude.
You gotta beat that one out.
Yeah,
14 mark.
Yeah, sorry.
We won 14.
Yeah. Anyway, so this chick could shoot the fucking lights out. Remember Hugget? He was banging. Wasn't it Hugget?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to make him a. Remember, he was trying to justify us to get her pregnant so he could have a D1 baby.
That see, and he has to be happy that didn't happen. Like that would have been the wrong reason.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know if you knew the story about Huggett, but he got in on that the ARM, the adjustable rate mortgage stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he was in Sioux Falls, and him and this other guy, they created this company. He was making all this money or whatever, and then the way I understand it, he had to move out of South Dakota after the crash. After all those ARM, the adjustable rate mortgages came back, so you were paying like $900, and now you're paying $2,000 a month on the mortgage. So when that downfall of the economy happened in 08, yeah, he had to leave South Dakota because
shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Where is he now?
I think he's out in Colorado.
I hope he's alive and doing well.
He's fine. Like the dude. Hey, I'll tell you this: Huggett was the dude knew how to make money, and he was good at, he did his thing.
Yeah, those type of guys, man. Like they'll have tried like multiple businesses and been successful. Then it tanks out. Then they start another one because they can always, they always know how to do that.
Correct.
Like so I can't afford to do that.
No. I'm not there yet. Someday. But that brings me to the next thing. So, Rhett, tell us a little bit about where you came up with and how you. I'm rocking your shirt right now, by the way.
That's dope.
The trilogy.
Trilogy.
Okay, so I say that's what I want to know. I thought because with the 3 on there, I was thinking trilogy, but trilogy, I love it.
Yeah.
Let's origin story of that and how that's going, and let's know.
Yeah, it was weird how it started. Actually, it just kind of morphed into something. The beginning of it was, you remember Torian was dating that girl, Tara.
Yeah.
So one day,
really good looking Native American.
Yeah, she was very beautiful.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So one day, we get an invitation to her parents' house. They're going to cook for us, and she invited Toon and Stretch and I to come with Light Bulb. So we go over to their house, and immaculate food, table spreads gorgeous. I think Toon asked the mom or the dad, "Can we turn the games on?" Because it was March Madness. And they turned the game on, and lo and behold, UCLA is playing. So UCLA is playing the University of Maryland, and they happen to have went to Maryland. The mother and father met in Maryland.
Really?
So yeah, it was crazy. So
wait. They were both natives.
Both Native Americans, and went to the University of Maryland. That's where they met.
Randomly, they didn't know each other going in. They randomly met.
Randomly met there. Yep.
That's insane.
Crazy. So we're watching the game. Maryland jumps on us early, and they're talking trash. So Jermaine likes Syracuse.
Duh. God, I
right.
Get his fucking celebration when Carmelo won them that championship.
Oh, with all the oranges, that was crazy.
No, you remember he came over to 6 Deuce, and he was all celebrating, and then who was he playing?
Who did they play?
God damn it, I can't remember.
Was it North Carolina or somebody crazy?
Yeah, and then they were starting to make a little comeback, and he just fucking got up and left, went back home.
He couldn't take it.
Yeah, no, he had to go back home because they were so far ahead, and he thought it was over, and then they started making a comeback. So he left and went home to watch the rest of the game because it was better luck than being home.
Sometimes you got to be by yourself, man, when you're rooting for your team.
Right.
So but I didn't think Stretch or Lightbulb liked anybody, so it was just me against the 2 parents because my mom went to UCLA, so I love UCLA. So we're talking trash back and forth. I mean, like the banter is just going, and all of a sudden they start getting personal. Well, at least we don't have gang bang. Like, wait, we're talking about college, and y'all talking about gang banging. Like, what?
Wait, where was this? This was in South Dakota, right?
Yeah, this is South Dakota.
Where did their parents live?
In Aberdeen.
Oh, they were in. Oh, I didn't realize they were in Aberdeen.
Yeah, they were in Aberdeen, so they were cooking for us. We were at college. They invited us over to the house, and we
Gotcha.
just happened to be watching the game over there.
Right.
So, long story short, UCLA blows them out by 40. Just blew them out. So, as we're leaving for the night, I think the mom says something crazy again, and then I kind of just leaned back and looked at her and said, "That's okay, but when you see me, you see LA." And right, and I just left it at that. We get in the car. All of a sudden, somebody says, "Where'd you get that from?" I said, "Get what from?" They said, "When you see me, you see LA." I said, "I don't know. I just made it up." And I think it was Stretch. He said, "Man, if that was on a T-shirt, I'd wear it." And I'm like, "Don't steal it. That's mine." Like just playing around. Like really though, playing around.
Right.
Fast forward to like 2013, I was out of education for 2 years. I was doing executive recruiting and was sitting in my office, and I was done with it. I said, "You know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done with the recruiting world, and I'm not sure if I want to go back to education. There's something out here that I want to do. I just don't know what it is." And all of a sudden, that phrase popped up in my head: "When you see me, UCLA." So I went and I copywrote it right away. And I started immediately thinking, how was I going to pitch this to UCLA to see if they would buy the slogan off of me? And from that, it turned into Trilogy Designs, which was the name of the T-shirt company, because I wanted to specialize in like collegiate catchphrases.
Right.
And I still do it, but Trilogy kind of took off into something totally different. And Trilogy came about because my name is Rhett Fellows the third. So I'm the third, Trilogy being the third. So this is like the rebirth times 3. So I really wanted to pay homage to my dad and my grandfather. You know, my grandfather was a chef in the Navy. So his artistic views of life was through the culinary arts. You know, was a gifted chef. I mean, he cooked for the county jail for another 20 years. So I mean, like he just really was.
Did he retire from the Navy?
Yes, he did. Yep, absolutely.
And then cooked. So he was 20 in the Navy, and then went ahead and did another 20.
He had 20 in the county for the county jail. Yeah.
The overtime.
So you have that, then you have my father who's a journalist. You know, and still has his own paper right now. You know, he's CEO of the Compton Herald. You know, just he's been writing for over 40 years as a journalist. And
Does he blog? Does he blog at all?
yeah, he does. If you check him out,
yeah,
ComptonHerald.com, you can check him out there. And pretty insightful guy.
Rhett Fellows the second.
Yeah, Rhett Fellows Jr. ComptonHerald.com.
Okay.
You know, so with his words, man, like when he's written books, and the guy, man, like I thought I was a good writer, but when he dissects my stuff, I really find out how elementary my writing is compared to him. You know, so I guess my gift to the arts would be, you know, just things I see visually as far as like putting things together. You know, the T-shirt stuff.
Yeah,
it's fun. You know, putting together different slogans, different images. It just kind of just took off. You know, first it was just the college stuff, and I started designing little pictures, and people started liking it, and people were offering to buy stuff. And 5 years later, going on 6 years now, you know, where we're at now, we're trying to push 2 different T-shirt brands. So it's been a crazy journey.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing, man. Are you still writing? Do you still got some flows?
A little bit, man. You know, I'm still trying to do that. I still want to put together my my album. Like I have an album worth of stuff. I just have to find the time to mix it, just so I can say I did it. You know, like I'm not trying to make it big anymore.
Right.
You know, I'm just
you it's a compliment. It's something that you've written down that you want to do and that you want to accomplish it. So,
absolutely.
What do you need beats for it? Do you have beats or?
I have beats, you know, but I've been so out of touch. I haven't connected with many people. You know, it's been years. Like I still have my board here, and I work on stuff that I've had, you know, projects that I've worked on over the years. But it's definitely time for an upgrade of beats, but
Right.
I just haven't been doing anything really because I've been so focused on Trilogy.
Right.
You know,
And I think Trilogy is a way to get to a point where you can do that. Like, I think that Trilogy, dude, your shit's dope.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. I love rocking it. I the with all my weight loss, the other shirt, the black one that you gave me,
It's too big for you?
too big, man. It's too big.
Hey, we'll have to
Mark,
send you another one, man. We'll have to
yeah,
get you another one.
for sure. Marcus keeps losing like he is. It's gonna be.
What size you need, Marcus? I can float you one too, man.
I would like in my current deposition. Is that right?
I don't think depositions are right.
Disposition. That's what disposition. Currently,
Right.
a 3 or 4X, either one. I mean, it
Okay.
depends on what kind of t-shirt brand do you use when you print.
I got a couple, man. I rock with American Apparel, but I definitely can get some Gildan over there for you too, man. So if you want a little bit of comfort, I can hook you up.
Much appreciated.
Hey, no worries. I got you.
Drop your website so they know where to find you and take a look at the stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, man. www.trilogydesigns.com. And that's trilogy with a 3. So 3RILOGY designs.com.
Hence the reason why I thought it was Trilogy.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, you know, even in the bank, starting, you know, like when you do your bank accounts and all this stuff, they're like, a 3 Trilogy? And I'm like, I laugh. I say Trilogy. So like those who get it right off the top, Trilogy Designs, I'm like, dang, that's you. I like you.
Killing the game.
I get it. 3. So it's different, and that's what we like to do. Like even our art is different. So
yeah,
you know,
that Cali Kid print you came out with, that is fucking dope as fuck. And I know that's lame shit to say, but that is dope. But
no, we appreciate it, man.
Man, that shit is fucking awesome, man. Are you using Adobe?
If I told you, well, watch this. You know what I'm using?
What?
I use PicArt on my phone.
No shit.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a really cool one. So the one, the pic that I did for you, that where I put the colors in it and everything like that, I use an app called Paint.
Is that black and white one?
No, the black and white one was just on my phone. But
that was dope. I like that one.
Yeah. That was pretty proud of that one. That's not
that one.
Yeah, we were shooting. This is okay. So now we have.
I think I put that one on the website too, bro.
Yeah. That's when we were shooting in the our first studio, aka my living room.
That's right. That's where it's brolic at. I like that.
So yeah, that night we were shooting some video and some stuff, and that we hadn't came up with Soulardians yet. We were still two separate entities, but still working together, obviously. But like, yeah, we shot some stuff that night, and then that pic came from me shooting a video, and then I just randomly looked over at the TV because I had the video broadcasting on TV as well, so I could see. And I just looked over, and then when I was watching the video again, I was like, holy shit! And I video captured it.
Yep.
And I was like, oh wow, like that thing.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, I love where we're all coming at. I honestly, in my head right now, I'm thinking that I would love to do, like, if we could all have like get up to Aberdeen or wherever, but like just Aberdeen would be where it was at. Just having like a podcast where it's, you know, all the homies, you know.
Hell yeah, that would be dope. We should do that.
That sounds really old. All the homies. Look at y'all acting like y'all 40.
We are.
Whoa. I'm not 40. Oh, Rhett, did you see I posted the other day? I'm gonna 10/14/19. I'm gonna dunk on my 40th birthday.
Yeah, I saw that, and I think you should go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I said it, so I got to do it now. Because if I
That's
don't,
right.
if I don't do it, then everybody's gonna make fun of me.
I'm gonna make fun of you either way, but
Right.
yes.
No, I feel like, Marcus, if I do dunk, let's say I dunk two-handed, you'd be like, well, if you're really doing something, you dunk two-handed reverse.
I'm just going to applaud you.
Right. You did 360 windmill around this.
I'm gonna applaud you and say, "Good job. Can we go drink now?
Right. Because we're probably gonna be in New Orleans or Austin. I haven't figured it out yet.
Can we go drink and do drugs?" I mean, when I say drugs, Tylenol.
Tylenol,
Right, right.
right. So,
That's funny as hell.
dude, that's all day, man. We just go back and forth off each other all day. So, the once again, it is Trilogy with a 3.
With a 3.
.com.
No.
Trilogy Designs.
Trilogy design.
Why do are you listening?
Really?
What you call it before? Trailer? What would you call it before? What you call it?
Trilogy.
Three
Trilogy.
Trilogy.
Realize, like what? That's not
Right.
Now,
And see, all of that plays because while people are trying to play with it, it's on their mind. So I'm cool with that. I love it.
why wouldn't you be?
Right.
I'm man, you've came so far, and not to. I'm so happy like that you came into my life and that you are part of it, man. Like you've done so much, like teaching, even just learning from you guys, watching all you guys interact, and like I had no idea coming from the small town, and like
Right.
you guys taught me so fucking much. Like honestly, taught me how to be a fucking man. Like I went up there. I'm alone from a town, small ass fucking town. I walked into Aberdeen, South Dakota, not knowing a motherfucker in the world. I walked up
Right.
there, and you guys made me feel a part of something, and that's I feel like maybe that's what I was looking for at the time.
Like I said, it was meant for all of our paths to cross. Like it had to be. Like even the guys who fall by the wayside that didn't like life didn't pan out for them. I still think about them. Like
man.
so I hope things will like eventually catch up for them, because what I found out was you can change your life off of the strength of thought.
Yeah.
Like it's that simple, but people don't realize it. Like you can change your mood, you can change your luck, your situations by changing your energy, by being positive. Like it's just nuts. Like
it's a mindset change.
it's a mindset.
Yeah.
And then it's really that's it. Like whatever it is you want in life, you can have that. You got to work hard for it, but if you put your mind and you focus on it, you can attain that. But some people just they don't see it yet. And
It took us some time to grow up. Like we all had to grow up. I mean,
absolutely, we had to.
Right, but I mean, I feel like that's just the path, the hero's journey, and we did some super dumb shit, but we learned from it. We did some
Hell yeah.
Oh god.
What did Jay-Z say? We say Hove did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. Like it's the truth though. Like
it is, man. It is, and that's like if the best. I honestly, the best move I ever made in my life, and I've done some cool fucking shit. I've went through some shit. I've done a lot of really cool shit, but the best move I ever made in my life was signing that fake piece of paper, signing and going to Aberdeen, South Dakota.
right.
No, seriously, it was the best move of my life. I got away from home, and I went out and met some of the coolest fucking people in my life, and they don't understand. I try to tell people the story of like, I met a bunch of dudes from California, and they're like, oh, whatever, in South Dakota. I try to explain it, and they're just like, they don't get it, which is fine. They don't have to.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
I know the truth, and I know that I learned, and I'm a better person because of it.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there were some shitbags we went to school with, but hopefully they found their way, and eventually, like, things are going to pan out for them. But like they just got to learn it.
Yeah, and it's everybody has their time. Like it just the light bulb always goes off. It just depends on when. Like even if you're 70 and it goes off, at least it went off. You know what I mean? Like you have whatever time you have left, you can fix it or enjoy that time. But the point is that you figured it out. You know what I mean? And some people will never figure it out, and that's what's unfortunate. And
try really hard, but I feel sad for those people that they don't figure it out. And
Yeah, and you can't even make them. Like I've been in that situation where you get frustrated because you try to like shake them, like wake up. Do you not see this?
right.
And they don't see it. And the more you shake them, the more they're just like you're getting on my nerves. Like so, it's not their time yet. It will come, but right now it's not there.
All we can do is give love with nothing. Jesus Christ, I fucked it up.
That's
All we
not
can do
about
is
the talking.
give love with no expectations. Damn it, fucked it up.
And Act 3.
All right.
What do you guys have? Is it a half liter, a liter? 1.75.
1.75. 1.75, dickhead. We used to drink. So it would take 5 guys throwing in money in order to afford a $10 bottle of Carlos Rossi Rhine wine when we were in college, and that's what we get fucked up off of.
Wow.
It's trash.
Dude, big old fucking.
That was the pregame. That was pregame because the zoo we drank more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I could afford it, like I'd be like, man, I got $10, so it's like 3 drinks. Someday, so I'll end it on this. So someday, I'm gonna walk into the zoo bar, and I know the bartenders aren't gonna be the same. I'm gonna walk into the zoo bar in Aberdeen, South Dakota, and I'm just gonna put $1,000 on the fucking bar and just be like, "This for you guys." And they'll be like, they won't even know why I done it, and I'm gonna be like, "This for you guys. I'm sorry."
Yeah, you're gonna have to apologize because there's gonna be some major hangovers the next day.
I'm just like, I'm sorry. I was really a terrible person as far as to you guys while I was in college. I know, hopefully, none of them are still working there.
So listen,
Shit.
Dub, I asked the kid that I work with, he was talking about the zoo, and I said, "Hey, do you guys still sit over there by the DJ booth?" He was like, "Oh, all types of shit goes over there by." I'm like, things never change.
Remember, you guys? I wasn't even 21 yet. You guys would let me in the back door.
Yeah, we used to sneak you guys in.
Yeah.
Dude used to do it all the time.
Yeah, it was. You would let me in. You let me in a few times.
Yeah.
And what's up? The big dude. God, the big white dude from California.
Oh, John
let me in.
Snidey.
Yeah, he let me in a lot.
Snidey.
And then Sean, when Sean was bouncing there, he let me in all the time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you guys was definitely coming in at like underage. Definitely.
For sure. I think I'm 39 now, and I was going in there underage.
Right.
Anyway, Rhett, we got to wrap it up, my man. We got 2 hours. Jesus Christ.
It went by fast, man. It really did.
Yeah, it's fun, man. This shit's fun, huh?
Absolutely. I definitely appreciate you guys having me on, man.
I appreciate you coming on, man.
Absolutely.
It's been too long, man. We need to talk more, man. We text back and forth, but we need to conversation every couple weeks, or a week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Y'all sound like an old man. No country for no old men. Like
Wait,
we just country for no old men. Like, I love it.
For real though, because
old like y'all.
hey, seriously though. Hey, life take over, man. You be working so hard, and all of a sudden you look up like, shit, man. I ain't talked to nobody in a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're about to start doing that, so we'll definitely have to keep in touch more, man.
Definitely, man. And I honestly think that you should really think about doing a podcast, man. You got your thought process and the way you write, and just the best flow I've ever heard in my life. The best line from a flow I've ever heard in my life. You already know what I'm gonna say.
I appreciate it.
When in college we used to flow. Okay, so I had a.
Who was we? Did you also?
No. I tried.
Doug played in there sometimes. He would jump in there.
If I was like, I would have to think about it for like 30 minutes.
But no. Play the tambourine.
Right. So we'd be in the basement flowing and passing around the bottle of vodka, right? Like but not the good shit. This is like brunettes.
Oh yeah, we on the cheap shit only. Yeah.
literally, you have on this basketball team that we were playing on. There was 12 or 14. 12 of them grew up with nothing. So we had
Right.
no money. But we were in the basement flowing. No, seriously, this is the thing.
And you say flowing, I just cannot laugh.
You can't. Wait, you're just saying you can't.
Yeah,
we had some bars though. Some bars out there though.
I take you seriously when you say flowing, like.
Right. So Rhett comes up. He says, "I see my life flowing." Wait, how do we go? Wait, I see my life going by through the bottom of liquor bottles. Is that right?
No, something like
I know it was liquor bottles. Like see my
like
life.
see my life through liquor bottles. Y'all don't want my stress or something like that. It was something crazy.
Like so, I'm like, and as he said the line, he took a fucking chug out of the fucking vodka bottle, and you can see his eyes looking at the bottom of the vodka bottle. I'm like, I'm done. This is way above my head. These guys are way smarter than me, way better than this. That was the best thing I've ever heard in my life. And to this day, I still remember that. That was 20 fucking years ago, and I still fucking remember it.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Like the impact people have on other people, and you never get it.
Yeah, we was just trying to find our way, man. Like really was like trying to like you find your way in college anyway. That's what it's for. But like when you're really trying to make sense out of life, like the first time I was ever called a nigger was in Aberdeen, South Dakota. I was shook. Like I was like, what the fuck? I said, y'all still use that word? Like I was like, these motherfuckers is crazy.
No,
like, I was like in LA, they don't call you that. Like white people not stupid. Like it's too many gang members out here for you to be talking crazy like that. Have you not learned from the LA riots? We'll burn this shit down. We'll come to your neighborhood.
There was a person. I'm not gonna mention any names, but we were in the Hardee's parking lot, and somebody dropped that N-bomb, and then that person was like, "Man, it's the year 2000, bro. You still using
Right.
the year 2000?"
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But when I got home, I got pissed off. I was like, there'll never be another motherfucker call me that shit again.
No,
and that's when I hit.
You got pissed off in the parking lot. I remember the motherfucker because he got in the car and he said it again, and
yeah, because you just have to. But then here's the thing, and I hope this stays on record because I love to. I know some black people will get upset by me saying this shit because I'm on a whole different level right now, and they may say, "Oh, you thinking differently because your wife is white." Like, nah, I have never lost my blackness, never. I'm just intelligent how the way I'm moving things because of how the way the laws are made now. Somebody calls me a nigger now, I'm not hitting them. Like, what the fuck? I'm hitting them because somebody called me a word that was made up. Like somebody made that word up to put down a group of people. That word doesn't hold weight if I react to it a certain way.
Right.
Now,
all you can do, give them like. Go ahead. I know where you're going.
No, it's all cool. We could definitely dialogue,
Yeah.
But if you touch me, it's different. I have a right to defend my body, my 3 feet of my personal space that God gave me. I can protect that. But you calling me a nigga and think that you're gonna have me react to that and hit your ass, and then I go to jail for assault? No. I'm not falling for that. No. I can't do it. I can't give you that power. And I learned that when I hit that dude because me knocking his ass out is not going to make him not racist the next day.
It was,
you know what I mean? Beating his ass is not going to make him. You know what? I'm not going to call black people nigger no more. Like that's not going to make him say that shit. His reality with life is going to have to change him, where he's going to have to be like that shit is wrong. Me whooping his ass is not going to work. It's going to make him more ignorant.
Yeah, I remember walking away from that, and I was just like. I was that one. It wasn't as bad as Rupert's hit. Rupert's hit, I was like walking away like I just witnessed murder.
Yeah, because Rupert should just it happened so quick. This dude, the way he fell, it was like slow motion. It was I never hit a guy so flush. Like I didn't feel it.
Like and you couldn't even see him. Like it was weird because you were like it was almost like a no look pass, but he just like caught him. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh god, My head
But
is.
think about it. But watch this. Flip this. Say the way he fell, he was in a coma, and then he died, and now I'm being tried for manslaughter.
Exactly.
And my only defense is he called me a nigger.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna let me off the
nigger,
hook?
you got 20 to life.
Hell yeah. And then now who's the fool? Who's the real nigger? Me.
Right.
So I can't give him energy by punching his ass.
No.
That's what I'm trying to teach my son. Like, bro, this is a fucked up world we live in, and it's gonna be people calling you shit that they should be calling you.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you this, son. You are fellows, and we don't fold for nobody. And as long as he don't touch you, he can say whatever the fuck he want. You just keep it pushing. Just know that if you in a corner, you come out swinging, and if you need help, call dad, and I'm gonna clean all this shit up for you.
Right.
And that's what it comes down to. You know, he has to know that people gonna say shit to get a rise out of you, and then they're gonna fall back and play the victim, and then you sitting there all mad, and now you are the person that has all the attention on you that you don't need. You don't need that negative attention. It's the person who started it.
Right.
So let's do the dialogue. Like, nigger, like what? The only nigga I see here is you, bro. And what? The white dude looking at you crazy now. Like, yeah, hold that, because you made up a word, man, that don't mean shit. That don't mean,
It's
you know
all
what I mean?
It's a,
It don't mean shit. It means shit because of the past, and I'm not gonna sit here and play to that. Like, you see a nigga slap one, and if he don't do shit, you keep it moving because now you own him. And I have to move that way because I'm not gonna be somebody's puppet in jail and somebody's making money off me because that's what it is. It's a money game. It's no longer a black and white thing. People, I hope we wake up. It's never been a black and white thing. It's been a green thing. It's about money, and people so get caught up in black and white that we're missing the issue. If you think 45 cares about white people, you're sadly mistaken. He cares about white people with money like him. He cares about black people with money like him. That's all that matters. If you got over 600 million in the bank, you can rock with him. If you don't, you're like everybody else. You know, so I want to be that type of person. I want the kids to know that, like, you don't have to be out here on this lean and bars and living life crazy. You have the rest of your life to live life to the fullest, but you need to get the education, everything you need now, so you can lay that groundwork now, so life can be easy. It don't have to be as hard as it's gonna be for a lot of these people. You know, so I'm done preaching, man. I love this type of stuff, man. I'll be here all night talking about stuff like that. So.
Hallelujah. Amen, brother.
I tell you what, man. That my hair standing on end, man. Listening to you say that, because that's you are the Rhett that I knew you could be, and you are the you are headed towards the fullest fucking person that you could be, man. And I love it. I fucking love it, man. And
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming on, man. And it's been fucking an awesome podcast. Remember, everybody, that you can find me on all the socials at Cecil W. Adams.
And you fine motherfuckers can find me.
I love it. I love it.
At cognac_sipper1 on your Instagram and your Twitters. You can find the Soulardians on all platforms. Twitter is Soulardians, the rest of the shits is the Soulardians. And like I said, Cecil's at Cecil W. Adams on all socials. Find us, connect with us, hit us up. Let's have the conversation, the dialogue. Peace. Bye.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?